How's it going? This is David Potts with Song Notes. I'm going to show you how to play I Walk the Line by Johnny Cash. That's the intro. I'll show you the verses in just a little bit, but that's a little taste of what it'll sound like. Now, this is a it's a great song, and I have learned a few Johnny Cash songs before, never this one. And after learning this one, it's by far my favorite to play. It's fun to play. It has key changes that are actually fun to do. They use characteristic Johnny Cash chords, and you get his characteristic boom, chicka, boom, chicka, boom, chicka, boom, chicka strumming pattern in there. It's really great fun, so I recommend it. I'm excited to show it to you. Now, where to start? I'll start with the chords we'll need, and then I want to talk about the sort of the strumming pattern that Johnny Cash typically uses, the boom, chicka, boom, chicka, boom, chicka, boom, chicka, boom, chicka, boom, chicka, boom, where you alternate bass notes. Then I want to talk about some of the bass line walking you'll do in this song. And what I mean by that is if basically you got a lot of that in the intro, and you're going to have that throughout the song, especially in the key changes, because that kind of helps you transition from one section to the other. So basically, we put all those together, and we get the entire song. So to begin with, I'll talk about the chords. Now, everything I'm about to show you for the chords, the strumming pattern, the intro, everything is available on my website in tablature, chord, HTML, text format, totally free. Handmade by me. That's where I put all the songs I learn to keep track for myself and for everybody on the internet. So enjoy it. I'm glad to help everyone with the notes I take. So it's songnotes.cc. Basically, the chords, you're going to need an E. You're going to need an A. You're going to need a D. You're going to need a G. And you're going to need a B7. This might be a new one for you, but it's an open chord technically, and it's one I really recommend learning. Don't let it scare you away. Basically, you're starting on the 5th string, 2nd fret, 1st fret, 2nd fret, open 2nd fret. So those are the chords you'll need. Now, given that we have those chords, I want to talk a little bit quickly about this boom, chicka, boom, chicka, boom, chicka, boom strumming pattern. Basically, there's two parts of it. There's the sort of alternating bass line element. So if I'm playing an E chord, basically I'm taking the natural bass note of the chord, the E. In this case, I'm moving up a string and boom, chicka, boom, chicka, boom, chicka, boom, chicka, boom, chicka, boom, chicka. And the chickas are just a down, up, down, up, down, up. So down, up, down, up. Now, if I was playing an A, same thing. Boom, chicka, boom, chicka, boom, chicka, boom, chicka, boom, chicka, boom. Or I could do the A bass note and alternate down. So if I'm doing a D, I would probably go down with the bass note. If I'm doing a G, I would probably go up with the bass note, since the G is on the 6th string. So basically, the important part there is the boom, chicka, boom, chicka, boom, chicka, boom, chicka. It doesn't matter which bass note you alternate to, as long as it's a note in the actual chord. Whether you're going up or down in strings doesn't really matter. But that's going to be used throughout this song. Next, I want to talk about the bass lines. Now, the intro of this song starts in A, right? But to get to the A, and this is actually the first few notes of the song, you're going to walk up from the low E string, again. So that's open, 2, 4, A, open, 2, 4, A. And then you're going to do the same thing, but just move it up a string. So now on the 5th string, open 2, 4, D, open 2, 4, D, and then you're going to go back down from D. Same thing, but just backwards, and then down to E. So right there, you have up to A up to D, D down to A down to E. Not only does that rhyme, which is very important, but it's practicing that's going to just do you a great good for learning the song and just other things you practice in general. So again. Now I'm not doing the alternating bass line yet. I'm just showing you this walking. One more time. Just focus on the walking bass note. And if you did the same thing with the alternating bass note, you would get. And that's actually the start of the intro. And then the intro gets tricky in the second half because you're going E7. So again, when you walk down to the E in the intro, check out song notes for the actual tab to that, or rewind it and watch it again. But basically you're staying on the open and the 2nd fret of the 5th and the 6th string. And here's the whole intro again, and just pay attention to what I've talked about so far. The walking bass notes, the boom chicka boom, and A, D, A, E, B7, E. And then here you're just going to stay on this bass note. I keep a close watch on this heart of mine. I keep my eyes wide open all the time. I keep the ends out for the tie that binds. Because you're mine, I walk the line. So that was the first verse, and the important part is you're starting on E. You're kind of doing the excuse me. And he uses that to sort of establish the vocal tone of that key, because he changes key every time he does the So you're beginning that verse with the bass note E, alternating bass note, and after the verse is over, you do the same E, and then you go. And now you stay on the. Then you stay on the A. I find it very, very easy to be true. I find myself alone when each day's through. Yes, I admit that I'm a fool for you. Because you're mine, I walk the line. And walk up. Whoa! Now we're in D. And hum it. I find it. Now, I'll add this too, that when you again, we saw right there that the first verse is in E, the second verse is in A, the third verse is in D. And then after the third verse, you go back down to A for the fourth, and then back down to E for the fifth. And I'm not as concerned about showing you the exact chords in each verse in this video, and I might do that, but let me stress this, is that the progression in each verse is the same. And by progression, I mean you're going from the 1 to 4 and the 5 are basically, if I'm in the key of D, D is the 1, G is the 4, A is the 5. So 1 1 4 4 5 5 5. 1 1 4 4 5 5 5. Now I get that by going D, E, F, G, A. So 4 5. D, G, A. D, G, A. Now if I was in a key of E, E, F, G, A, B. E, A, B. So 1 1 1 1 4 4 5 5. Excuse me. 5 5 1 1 4 5. So understand that the 4th and the 5th are the major chords in any key, and basically the pattern you do in each verse. This is what I'm trying to stress. The pattern is the same. You're going from, let's do the first verse as an example. I keep a close watch on this heart of mine. What that is a 5 5 5 5 to 1. I keep my 5 5 5 5 to 1. And then to 4. I got a 4 4 4 or 1 to 5 and back to 1. And then the second verse, you're in the key of A. And the same thing. So 5 5 5 5 1. 5 5 5 5 1 to 4 4 4 4 1 and down to 5 and back to 1. And then the third verse, D. Hum it. 5 5 5 5 1. That's A to D. A 5 5 5 to D 1 1, and then to 4, which is a G. G 4 4 4 to 1 to 5 to 1. So yeah, I want to stress that because it's really helpful to understand what's going on here. But putting all that together, you get a wonderful song, and I'll try to play it out here just to give you the whole picture. But again, it's a wonderful song. If you want a simpler version that stays in one key, I recommend playing it in the key of A. And Justin Sanderco does a great, look up Justin Guitar on YouTube. He does a great lesson where he stays in one key. And I think that's, if you're new and this whole idea of changing keys and everything is overwhelming, search for Justin's video and check it out, because he kind of keeps everything in one key, and you're not worrying about changing keys, and you're not even worrying about the strumming pattern. He's just kind of letting you know that this is an awesome song, and you basically can say, if this is my key, I'm in A. All you need is A, D, and, or I'm sorry, all you need, yeah, A, D, and E for the whole song. So, I keep a close watch on this heart of mine. I keep my eyes wide open all the time. I keep the ends out for the tie that binds. Because you're mine, I walk the line. Now I did that with a single strum on each chord. That's all you really need if you're just getting into this. If the whole idea of the boom chicka, and if you made it this far in the video and you're new to guitar, that's awesome, because this is so fun to learn, and you should definitely keep going with it. But it's most important to play it in a way where you can get through everything and kind of maintain the rhythm first, and then you'll naturally get the talent and the ability to be able to add the. Not that I'm not great at it, but so that's basically it for you. Let me do the intro, and I'll do the first couple verses again, and just to play it off. But again, thanks for watching, and check out songnotes.cc, my website, for all my tabs. And if you have questions or comments, please let me know. So. I keep a close watch on that heart of mine. I keep my eyes wide open all the time. I keep the ends out for the tie that binds. Because you're mine, I walk the line. I find it very, very easy to be true. I find myself alone when each day's through, and I admit that I'm a fool for you, because you're mine